I should have never booked that place. If I had just listened to that one review, maybe I wouldn't be telling this story. Or maybe I wouldn't be here at all. It started like any normal trip. I was traveling alone, driving across states for a short break. Nothing crazy. Just needed some quiet time away from work, noise, and people. I found the Airbnb late at night while scrolling on my phone. It was cheap. Too cheap. A full house in the middle of nowhere, for less than half the usual price. That should have been my first warning. But the photos looked normal. Cozy living room. Clean bedroom. A small kitchen. Even a fireplace. It looked like the perfect quiet escape. There were only 3 reviews. 2 were normal. Nice place. Peaceful. Good stay. Would recommend. The third one was, strange. It was just one sentence, don't stay here past 3 a.m. No explanation. No details. Just that. I remember laughing when I read it. People write weird stuff online all the time, right? So I ignored it. Big mistake. Part 2, the arrival. By the time I reached the location, it was already dark. The road leading to the house was empty. No street lights. No other cars. Just trees on both sides and my headlights cutting through the darkness. My GPS signal started glitching about 5 minutes before I arrived. It kept saying, recalculating, over and over again. That's when I first felt it. That small, uncomfortable feeling in my chest. Like something wasn't right. But I kept driving. Finally, I saw it. The house. It stood alone at the end of a narrow dirt path. No neighbors. No other buildings. Just that one house surrounded by tall, silent trees. The lights were off. All of them. I parked the car and just sat there for a moment, staring at it. Something felt off. Not scary. Not yet. Just wrong. Like the house didn't belong there. I shook it off and grabbed my bag. Relax, I told myself. You're just tired. Yeah. That's what I thought. Part 3, the inside. The front door unlocked with the code the host sent me. It opened slowly, with a long creaking sound. The smell hit me first. Old wood. Dust. And something else. Something damp. Like the house hadn't been opened in a long time. I stepped inside. The lights flickered once, then turned on. The place looked exactly like the photos. Living room on the left. Kitchen straight ahead. A hallway leading to the bedroom. Everything looked normal. But it felt cold. Not just temperature. The kind of cold that makes your skin feel tight. I dropped my bag near the couch and walked around. Checking rooms. Kitchen, normal. Bathroom, clean. Bedroom, simple, but fine. Nothing unusual. Except there was no sound. No wind. No insects. Nothing. Just silence. Complete silence. Part 4, the first sign. It started small. Almost nothing. I was in the kitchen, pouring myself a glass of water when I heard it. A soft sound. Behind me. Like something moved. I froze. Slowly, I turned around. Nothing. The living room was empty. The couch. The table. Everything exactly where it was. I stood there for a few seconds, listening. Silence again. I let out a breath and shook my head. Just the house settling, I said. Old houses make noises, right? That's normal. At least. That's what I wanted to believe. Part 5, the review. Later that night, I sat on the couch scrolling through my phone. That's when I remembered the review. Don't stay here past 3 a.m. I checked the time. 11:47 p.m. Still hours to go. I don't know why, but I went back to the listing. I tried to open the reviews again. But this time, there were only 2. The strange one was gone. Completely gone. I frowned. That's weird, maybe the owner deleted it. Or maybe I imagined it. No. I knew what I read. I clearly remembered it. My stomach tightened. For the first time, I felt fear. Part 6, The Footsteps. 12:32 a.m. I was in bed, trying to sleep. The lights were off. The room was dark, except for a faint glow from the window. That's when I heard it. Footsteps. Soft. Slow. Coming from the hallway. I sat up instantly. Listening. Step. 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 They stopped right outside my door. My heart started pounding. Hello? I called out. No answer. Just silence. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and stared at the door. The handle didn't move. Nothing happened. After a minute, the footsteps continued. But this time, they were moving away. Part 7, The Door. I didn't sleep after that. I stayed awake, staring at the door. Time passed slowly. 1:15 a.m. 1:47 a.m. 2:10 a.m. Nothing happened. No more sounds. No movement. Just silence again. Eventually, I lay back down. Maybe I was just imagining things. Maybe I was too tired. Maybe, click. The door slowly opened. By itself. Just a few inches. I couldn't breathe. I stared at the gap in the door. Darkness filled the hallway. And then, something moved and I stopped breathing. The door was open just enough for something to look in. And something was. At first, I couldn't see it clearly. Just darkness. But then, 2 faint shapes appeared. Eyes. Not glowing. Not bright. Just, darker than the darkness around them. Staring directly at me. My body refused to move. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run. But I couldn't do anything. I just sat there, frozen. Watching it. And it was watching me. Part 8, Don't move. Minutes passed. Or maybe seconds. I couldn't tell. The thing didn't enter the room. It just stood there. Silent. Waiting. Like it was, studying me. Then slowly. The door creaked open a little more. The darkness in the hallway shifted. And I saw it. A shape. Tall. Too tall. Its head almost touched the top of the door frame. Its arms were long, hanging lower than normal. Not human. Not even close. My heart felt like it was going to explode. I shut my eyes. I don't know why. Maybe I thought if I couldn't see it, it couldn't see me. Worst decision of my life. Part 9, It Gets Closer. Step. I heard it enter the room. Step. Closer. Step. Right next to my bed. I could feel it. That cold again. Stronger now. Like the air itself was freezing around me. Something leaned in close. So close. I could feel it near my face. And then, a whisper. Right next to my ear. You shouldn't be here. My eyes snapped open. Nothing. The room was empty. The door was closed. Completely closed. I jumped up, breathing heavily. No, 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 that wasn't real. That couldn't be real. Part 10, 3:03 a.m. My phone buzzed in my hand. I looked at the screen. 3:03 a.m. The exact time. The review. Don't stay here past 3 a.m. And I was still here. That's when everything changed. The lights turned on. All of them. At once. The bedroom light. The hallway light. The kitchen light. Everything. Then, they started flickering. Fast. On. Off. On. Off. On, bang. Something slammed in the house. Loud. Violent. Like a door, or something worse. Part 11, the house is alive. I ran out of the bedroom. I didn't care anymore. I just needed to get out. But the moment I stepped into the hallway, I stopped. The house was different. The walls looked darker. Stained. Like something had been leaking down them. The air smelled worse. Rotten. Thick. Heavy. The living room lights flickered rapidly. And the TV was on. Static. Loud. Ear-piercing static. I grabbed the remote and tried to turn it off. It didn't respond. The static suddenly stopped. And the screen changed. To a camera feed. A black and white view of the bedroom. My bedroom. The same one I just ran out of. My blood went cold. Because on the screen. I was still there. Sitting on the bed. Looking straight at the camera. Part 12, not me. I slowly turned my head toward the hallway behind me. Then back to the TV. Still there. Still sitting. Still staring. But I wasn't in that room anymore. So what was that? The thing on the screen smiled. Slowly. Wide. Too wide. Its head tilted. Then it stood up. And walked toward the camera. The screen went black. Part 13, it's everywhere. The lights went out. Complete. Darkness. Then, footsteps. Not one. Not two. Dozens. All around me. In the hallway. In the kitchen. Behind me. Above me. Like something was moving through the walls. Fast. Too fast. I ran for the front door. I didn't look back. I didn't stop. I grabbed the handle, and pulled. Locked. No, 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 and no. I punched in the code. It beeped. Red light. Wrong code. I tried again. Same result. The door wouldn't open. I was trapped. Part 14, the reflection. I turned around slowly. The hallway mirror caught my eye. And I wish it hadn't. Because I wasn't alone. Behind me. Something stood. Right behind me. But when I turned, nothing. Empty. I looked back at the mirror. Still there. Closer now. Its face was clearer. Distorted. Skin stretched tight. Eyes hollow. And that smile again. That same impossible smile. Then, it raised its arm. In the mirror. And placed its hand on my shoulder. Part 15, the truth. I felt it. Cold. Heavy. Real. Something was touching me. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't even breathe. The whisper came again. This time clearer. Closer. Inside my head. You stayed, past 3. Tears filled my eyes. My legs gave out. I dropped to the floor. Everything started spinning. The last thing I saw was my reflection. Still standing. Even though I had fallen. Still smiling. Even though I wasn't dead. I don't remember hitting the floor. I don't remember losing consciousness. All I remember is waking up. Part 16, Morning. Or something like it. Light. Soft, warm sunlight filled the room. Birds were chirping outside. Everything felt normal. Too normal. I was lying on the bed. The same bed. The same room. I sat up slowly, my head pounding. What happened? For a moment, I thought it was all just a nightmare. The footsteps. The figure. The mirror. 3:03 a.m. All of it. Just a dream. I laughed nervously. Yeah, just a dream. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. Part 17, No signal. I grabbed my phone. No signal. No Wi-Fi. Battery at 1. Perfect. I got up and looked around. The room looked clean again. No stains. No darkness. No smell. Everything was exactly like when I first arrived. Like nothing ever happened. That scared me more than anything. Part 18, The open door. I walked to the front door slowly. My hands were shaking. I reached for the handle, and pulled. It opened. Easily. No code. No lock. Nothing. I froze. Last night, it wouldn't open. No matter what I did. But now? It just opened. Like it wanted me to leave.